everybody, and welcome to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. I have... Oh my god, this is loud. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta... Yeah, alright, right about here. Hello everybody, welcome to Amnesia, The Dark Descent. I bought this game because I really wanted to play Amnesia. I really thought it would be fun to play. So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a separate series. I did buy Amnesia with the Frictional Games bundle. By the way, Frictional Games is the creator of Amnesia. They also made a couple of other series, which I own now. One of them I, for some reason, cannot pronounce for some reason. And then one of them is called Soma. I think it's called that. But we're going to be playing Amnesia first.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
What is happening? What? Am I a tweaker? What? What in the world? Get up! J. Yo. Why am I like... Yo, this is gonna be supremely scary. Why am I like angled sideways? What the? Yo, I don't like this. This is... Oh my god, there's peeking mechanics. that me? Whatever. One here. Grrr. Whatever. How do I put my sanity back up? Sanity management. Just wonderful. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock. What? Huh? What are we talking about here? I don't like this. Oh, bugs.
Nineteenth of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Huh. What a strange note. I pick up this light? Oh, okay, well. A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought. Just like the ones at the consultant, at the Okay. Oh, this place is well lit.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone. Of Brennenburg.
He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in the fear she would too be punished. What? I suppose. Plenty of light now. Yeah, I really don't care. What all you want. I am 2 Sigma. I'm getting a lot of oil.
There's nothing left. Everything's gone.
Yeah.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquafortis.
Third attempt to produce artificial vitae, form a compound lacks the potency I need, but license unclosed. Calamine or given cupid binds them well. This time I will attempt. Aqua Rica instead of Aqua Fortis in hope of even more solution for several highly acidic and proves impractical to put in any use except as a detergent. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. We ballin'. We ballin'. I mean, yeah, some BS is gonna happen. I'm not gonna let you get through. It's gonna happen. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He is sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with the neglect of his family. Okay, that was weird. What? Notes. Oh, okay. So I probably should head back to the lab. Any of them here? Oh, tinderbox. Ah, don't put the fucking baby crying. Okay, looking for 4 chemicals. Locked and kid up about key. Cool. Won't budge. Alright, I'm not really sure what to think of this. Oh, bless
16th
me.
of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan,
the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Interesting. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander Baron of Brennenburg is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Gretsch. Gretsch? Garage? Okay. Where's the nearest hiding spot? Why is there no hiding spots in this place? Hey! Don't even.
'17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Huh.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
May 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Alright. Altstad and Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore in Altstad, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbors. Castle Brennenburg, the quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local, and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as an exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured, empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition of stealing living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveals their presence. What is this dark scheme? What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. That's a weird name. The well-known Erutude visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for the fortnight. As he looked for the remnants of the kingdom's past during his stay, all the prominent members of the society paid one notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at the castle nearby Altstadt, and like most those of the noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as a protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region of helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family the family remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. Oh no, the family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring have never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the West over 300 years ago, lived throughout the time of occupation, and joined the Covenanted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of the country. What an interesting piece of lore. Open the door. Okay, so there was like nothing over. Huh. What if I just like yank on this door hard enough? Do you think it'll open? What if I... One of these books is... Hey, we have a slight headache. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first. They can rot. They can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. And it since solve both of my problems. Spider! Nope! A handful of sand trickled from the crumbling stone ceilings and pushed down on the brim of his hat. He braced himself as the cavern suddenly shifted and settled. What? Okay. Not looking too good on sanity. The desert dunes were like in waves of a sluggish sea. While the cavern moved, the land appeared motionless, but in the camp, the hills moved. Oh, great. Dark. Gloom and doom. Yeah.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Getting closer somehow.
There is no way I get taken out by a barrel. Wake up. Get up. Turn the light on. Don't got time to be hiding out right now. We need to keep moving. Grab the tinder box. I need ore pigment. I have that, and then I need aqua regi. I gotta move this back.
feels like my chest is going to burst.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here alive.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
My name is Wilhelm House of Grudge. These are my final words. My confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle of Brandenburg as one of the most aristocracy. I was curious about what this was supposed to knight of the order, and what would want from me to accept the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and the reason I was chosen was because I was the follies of my past, and not the honors. I've been rewarded during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within the noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I brought men, women, and children to Brandenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but they were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom ever seen or been heard of again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate my work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted to join us in a toast. The wine tasted fine, my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment of our sins, for the Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and I fell into his diabolical ways. My men are screaming, their skin has been pierced by their own tangible bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour out of my eyes, and I can no longer. Yo, this game has pretty cool lore. Yo, I'm gonna be so for real. I think I'm gonna just do it like I did in routine, and where if I see some ugly mother hover, I'm gonna just finesse him. I'm just gonna haul ass out of here. I'm gonna be so free. I don't care. Bye! It became impossible to avoid the commotion in the streets begged for his attention as he opened the shutters to the French soldiers opened fire on two young men fighting back. Their voices were silenced in the haze of gun smoke. it seems whatever is happening is 3 days in the Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of reserving a cabin on the SS Horse, headed for Louisiana. I'm cooking like meth or something right now. Pot of acid. Alright, I think I'm actually gonna end the video here. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it a lot. This is an amazing game so far. I have really enjoyed it. I'm excited to play the other Amnesia games. And with that, I'll be heading out. Bye bye!